It's the franchise known for having one of the best villains of all time. The writer, J.K. Rowling. She's really hated. Yep, the creator of Harry Potter, the writer, J.K. Rowling, is just absolutely getting smashed everywhere, all over Twitter and all over the internet, in fact. And now that the new game Hogwarts Legacy has come out, everyone's saying we need to cancel it. We need to ban it. Well, no one's really saying we need to ban it, but they're saying we need to cancel it and the people who happen to be playing it. Why? Because J.K. Rowling was accurate. Yes, she was right about a lot of things. But unfortunately, she was right about the wrong things, which makes her wrong about the things. Yeah. You see, J.K. Rowling, unfortunately, has something going on in her head. Opinions, and they're the wrong opinions. She is what is known as a TERF, a trans-exclusionary radical feminist. She supports women's rights, but doesn't support the rights of the people who used to be men, and now they're women. She doesn't trump them over the women in the oppression Olympics. Yeah. And all of that means that everything that she's ever touched needs to be cancelled, which includes Harry Potter and the new game Hogwarts Legacy, which, may I say, looks fantastic. It's a game that allows you to dive deep into the wizarding world and experience everything that Harry experienced, and Hermione experienced, and Ron experienced, which includes possibly Hermione's pussy. Nice. Anyway, it's an awesome game for people who love Harry Potter, but that doesn't fucking matter because it needs to be cancelled. And the movement that wants to cancel it is obviously gathering steam on the one place that's infested with woke people more than Twitter, and that is TikTok. Trust me, from experience, I know that people on TikTok don't have a sense of humor or a sense of fun, and they really like to cancel people.
If you buy the Hogwarts Legacy game, you are contributing to transphobia. Even if you consider yourself an ally, even if you yourself are trans, you are contributing to transphobia, and that is not an opinion.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Even if you are trans and you buy this game or play this game, you are also transphobic. Isn't that just a little bit, does that not make any sense at all? Let's just Google transphobia for a second. It means having or showing a dislike or a strong prejudice against transgender people. So you have a strong dislike or prejudice against yourself? I guess this must be internalized transphobia, which sounds like a made-up word, but it's not, because there's other internalized things, like internalized misogyny or internalized racism or internalized homophobia. If you are one of these marginalized groups and you happen to agree with the group that's not marginalized, which is straight white men, or just anyone who disagrees with the woke idea of what it means to be one of these marginalized groups, then you have this internalized phobia or internalized racism if you disagree with what the woke agenda happens to be. And I hate using the word woke, but this is what it fucking is. Basically, if you have a differing opinion or you slightly disagree, then that's not fucking allowed. And I'm no expert in trans people, let me just say that, but I'm pretty sure when it comes to this game, people just want to be fucking wizards. Fucking muggles.
So yesterday a release date was announced for Hogwarts Legacy, and due to that it reignited the discussion on whether you should buy or play the game.
Or do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah?
Game. Especially with Twitch streamers stating whether they're going to be streaming the game or not. And I've talked about this topic many times before, but let's talk about it again. It is entirely your choice whether you buy, play, pirate, Twitch stream this game.
Awesome. That's a logical viewpoint. Well done. You've done so well.
And it is entirely my choice if I block you and never interact with you again. I don't care how long I've been watching you, but if you claim to be a trans ally and you stream this game, I will be blocking you.
People really think far too highly about themselves, don't you agree? If I was a streamer and I saw this video, I would react in this manner. How about you fuck right off? I don't give a fuck what you think, you insignificant fucking cretin. I get messages like this all the time about a lot of different subjects. Oh, you shouldn't say that, you can't say that, don't joke about this. And I think, in response to all of those, my normal reaction is this. Fuck off. Fuck off.
And here's why. You claim to be an ally, but you can't do the absolute bare minimum for the trans community.
Wouldn't the bare minimum be to just respect people? And like if you saw a trans person at the shops, you were just normal to them? You treated them like a normal person? Isn't that the bare minimum? But no, this lady wants the bare minimum to be not playing a video game, which is really popular because a lady who wrote the books that were eventually turned into the video game because the company that owns the books or the fucking movies wants to make a shitload more money. She wants you not to play them because the lady said something that happens to be factually correct. And let's remember what J.K. Rowling has actually said. She got the shits about the government when they were talking about people having periods or people who have periods. She wanted them to just say the word woman because they are the ones who have periods. She also said that sex is a real thing, like someone's sex is actually a thing, and she got hammered for that. She dared to parrot some of the things that health professionals were saying when it comes to cross-sex hormones, saying that they're not very good for people, all right? And you shouldn't rush into them when someone has a mental health issue. She went on to say this: many, myself included, believe that we're watching a new kind of conversion therapy for young gay people, because people can't be gay anymore, they have to be trans, who are being set on a lifelong path of medicalization that may result in the loss of their fertility and or full sexual function. As I've said many times, transition may be the answer for some, for others it won't. She then listed some health risks associated with these cross-sex hormones. And the response to all of these things that happen to be true, much like if someone had quote unquote misinformation about a certain disease, they would be cancelled, dragged through the mud. Anything they were even associated with had to be fucking withdrawn from society. Because that's how we work now. If someone says something that we slightly disagree with or we really disagree, we have to destroy them on every single angle. Their life has to be ruined, otherwise we can't sleep. How dare they think incorrectly or speak the truth or speak a truth that we don't agree with. That's so disgraceful.
Remember, the UK Home Office said there's been over a 50% increase in hate crimes against trans people in the UK in the last year. And the Home Office believes that is due to the increase in social media vitriol against trans people. And the person who has the biggest anti-trans platform is J.K. Rowling.
So yeah, there is actually a big increase here, 56%. Now obviously this is a problem. No one should be attacked on something they can't control, like their gender or whatever. That's horrifying. But also we've got to remember that things that are considered hate crimes are now in much more abundance, much like when it comes to hate speech. Hate speech is a lot of things. Me saying that I don't think children should have, surgery, or a young woman shouldn't have a breast cut off at the age of 14 just to become a transgender boy, that's also hate speech. So maybe these numbers are a little bit skewed, and even the police who provided these numbers agreed that they would be skewed a little bit. But anyway, who cares about the facts? Point being, I don't think J.K. Rowling is fucking Hitler, all right? We must remember that these activists, or any activists, really rely on one thing, and that is whinging. They wake up wanting to be offended, angry at something. That's their entire fucking existence, and what a horrible existence that would be. If we just don't give them oxygen, then we will be fine. Just don't listen to these people. Sit here and watch them on my channel and laugh at them. That's the best way to deal with it.
Hi, Benji here, and I'm gonna break down why it's transphobic to buy the new Harry Potter game, Hogwarts Legacy. Regardless of whether or not the money generated from sales of the game goes directly to Joke Rowling.
Joke Rowling. Fucking good one, dickhead.
By buying and supporting the game, you are contributing towards the continued success of the Harry Potter brand. A brand that gives Joke Rowling money and influence that she uses to actively oppose trans rights.
No, she's actively expressing her opinion. That's all. And just because her opinion differs from yours doesn't mean that she's wrong, okay? And it certainly doesn't mean that she's evil.
Therefore, buying the game is a transphobic act. By that, I don't mean that every person who plays or supports the game hates trans people, but they are deliberately or unintentionally enabling transphobia.
Benj, can I call you Benj? No one gives a shit, dickhead, particularly anyone outside of your Weasley little echo chamber. No one cares.
Stop trying to get permission from your friends to buy Hogwarts Legacy. If I have one more person messaging me this week with just a video of Hogwarts Legacy going, what do you think about this? As if they're subtly just trying to get the okay from a trans person they know.
You don't have to get permission from anyone. It's a game about fucking wizards flying around on brooms. You don't need a permission slip from your local transgender person. Did you ask prostitutes before you played GTA, before you ran them over? No. Did you insert example about Elden Ring? There, I never played it because I get too into video games. Like with the fucking Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I spent 6 fucking weeks playing that non-stop. It was bad. Point being, it's a game. Get over it.
Trans person they know? No, I'm fucking tired of it. If you want to go get the game, go get the game. But it does fund a turf who uses her money to make life harder for trans people.
Oh my God. Life isn't that hard. Shut up and harden the fuck up.
And her goal is to not just make life harder, she does not want us to be there anymore.
She's never said that, you liar. You can disagree with some extreme trans activists and still be cool with trans people. You know, that's a thing, right?
Let's do some cooking. Hogwarts Legacy looks like it's a really good video game. Should you buy it? Yes, if you can fulfill the following 4 conditions. 1. You recognize J.K. Rowling as a horrible transphobe who has aligned herself with fascists to perpetuate her transphobia.
Oh my god, some people just don't exist in the real world, do they? Imagine being this obsessed with cancelling someone. Get fucked! But here's the thing, it's not just about cancelling Rowling, it's also about cancelling anyone who dares play the game. Some activists found a way to track people who are streaming this game on Twitch and find a way to cancel them. A web developer has created a website called Have They Streamed That Wizard Game to track streamers who have played Hogwarts Legacy on Twitch. Are we not allowed to have opinions? This is what this all comes from, one lady's opinion. So we're trying to cancel an entire genre of gaming and movies. And people are allowed to hate Rowling, sure, but why do you have to get everyone else to join in your little fucking crazy crew? Also, if you're so offended by her, don't follow her. Don't listen to her. Don't be, and if you don't like the game and you're offended by the game, don't play it, all right? And then all of your own little opinions, just ball them up, right? Put them in put a little board out, a little cutting board, and put a bit of flour on it, get that ball and, work it into a nice dough, and put it in the fridge for 35 minutes until it's nice and, it's set. And then lube it up a little bit and stick it fair up your fucking ass, mate. I didn't buy Hogwarts Legacy because I can't be controlled with fucking video games, all right? I play them far too much. I just don't risk it anymore. I just don't buy anything. I don't get involved. It's quite sad. But I want to know your opinions in the comment section below. Is it a good game? Is it worth it? Have you just walked around Avada Kedavraing everybody? Because that's probably what I'd do. Ladies and gentlemen, be a good motherfucker. Peace in the Middle East. Be dick stinks. New video tomorrow. Toodaloo, au revoir. Bye-bye.